This is top secret. It's a spoiler alert for Ek the Tiger.
Hi, I'm Donathan.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are Craving Cinematics. Well, this past weekend, after Christmas and everything, we finally had an opportunity to sit down and watch Ek the Tiger.
Yeah.
And I was really looking forward to this movie ever since Alyssa had told us about Tigers into High's trailer and suggested we look at it. And the trailer just fascinated us. And you know, that's a sequel to Ek the Tiger. We had seen Bajrangi Bhaijaan, and saw Salman in his role as pretty much a holy man or a man who follows his faith. This one was completely different.
Completely.
And I tell you what, that movie was so much fun to watch. For me personally, I am really big on not being pulled out of the movie and on good story development. Now, you have good character development, but I'm all about story development. Does the story actually progress, and does it get better? And do you have the typical build-up, crescendo, and then finally the climax and ending? This movie had it all as far as I'm concerned. What about you?
Well, I agree to an extent. I found one little problem with it, and this is really the only problem I found to the whole movie. I really, really enjoyed it. But it started out with them, you know, with Tiger going after this professor for some reason that's not really fully explained. And then after they leave Ireland, that whole storyline kind of just disappears.
Died away.
But it also, I think, it had a purpose. So I'm kind of looking at it from two different ways. That they dropped that storyline because Tiger himself was changing.
True.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because he was changing and he was following his heart instead of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
That line of business where it was him focused on his job and doing something with a professor, it goes away, and in comes, you know, the
Zoe.
girl, Zoe or Zoya.
I think they just called her Z.
Z.
Yeah.
She comes in, and so at that point his heart starts taking over in the movie, and it goes a different way. So because of that, I understood it, but if you don't go as deep as I do sometimes into movies and look for things, then it could have been a plot kind of mishap.
You mean a plot hole?
Plot hole. But I really don't think it was. I think it was actually planned that way. That
it's a standard progression, and I see where you're going with it. The thing was, I think, not understanding exactly what the mission was. That for me, okay, there's a possibility that this professor is giving over information to agents of the ISI. And Tiger is sent there just to observe. And that's pretty much what he did.
True.
And I think for me, the way I understood it, they were looking as to how this information was getting to the ISI. When he discovered Zoe or Zoya.
Oh yeah, and spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, this is an all spoiler anyway. But once he determined how that information was getting there, the professor was not at fault. He didn't know that this person who had been cleaning his housekeeping and all this other stuff was the actual agent taking this information. So for me, as far as the storyline's concerned, that actually did get resolved.
Okay.
It just wasn't as clear, as far as the way the scenes were cut.
Well, it became clear when he went in and found her at his desk.
Exactly.
It became very clear. And man, I tell you what, the emotions that Salman, and Katrina both
yeah,
wear on their faces, is really realistic.
Yeah, it is. It's so much so that, you really feel, oh my goodness, I would be torn at that point. It just...
Go ahead. Keep going.
Just the way he portrayed, she had a choice. He said, either you can come with us or you die. And you make that choice. And that's one reason I really love about the story is the way it progresses from that point.
Yeah, yes, and it does progress very well. Not only could you see on his face that he was torn, but when she turns around in the chair to look at him, she knows it's him. She knows he's already there. You can see the look on her face. It's torn too. Yeah. Like, I'm just doing my job.
Right. Exactly.
But I love you. And I know you're doing your job, so how are we going to play this out?
Right. And then you think, okay, that's it. He shoots her.
Me. Oh, yeah, I know.
I was thinking, oh, my God, this guy's really dedicated to his job.
But that would be the end of the movie then. And there would be no tigers and hide.
Yeah, because I was wondering, okay, how's this going to progress? Is it just going to continue on with him and the regret he's going to have for the rest of his life? But man, did it take a turn.
Yeah, it did. It did.
When they started intercepting the messages from ZTV, and she had deliberately put that name in, and I apologize, I remember it, I just can't pronounce it, but she put in that name of that famous person when he cracked that joke at the beginning, he knew that was her. And I thought, well, he shot her. And then it does a flip back showing that he didn't shoot her. He shot the computer. And the reason why...
No, he shot at the other agent that was in there.
No. He shot the computer.
Oh.
And the agent came up behind him and he dispatched that other agent. And the reason she made that choice that she picked duty, is because that other agent was in the room. Yeah. That's
there were a lot of twists.
Exactly. But the one twist that got me was when he followed those agents, the ISI agents, and Z shows up and
in the marketplace.
And he's overhearing this, and she's telling them that she's trying to trick him to get him to show up at the airport.
Keep going. My heart.
And that once he reaches the airport, he's all theirs. He goes to the airport anyway, and that way that plays out that no, she really didn't trick him. She was getting out, and she was just telling them that because she'd gotten caught. And she asked, why did you come anyway if you knew? And he makes that statement. He says, I followed my heart rather than my head. Boom. That was awesome. That was so good.
Just romance and love. And
it keeps going. It keeps going because...
Well, in Cuba even, there's another kind of twist when they're running. And, well, you talk about this one because this is one of your favorite parts of the...
Yeah. Okay, so now these two are on the run. They make it to Cuba. And they kind of pseudo set up a life for them there because Z is actually teaching dance at a dance studio. And it looks like, and he's
Tiger's
doing art. He's painting and stuff. So they kind of settle in until they get robbed or an attempted robbery.
And God bless those poor thugs that tried to rob them.
I've seen one other scene like that before in a movie, and that was from Watchmen. And I knew when that scene was set up and they were going to get robbed, I said, this is not going to be pretty. And Z and Tiger just wipes that hallway up with these guys. But I have to admit this. We've only seen one Salman movie so far. And I have a suspicion that this is a trademark of his. Besides his entrance into the movie, which... That's
always
awesome.
Grand.
It's always grand. But it's when there is something that he has to do something about. It's urgent, and he gets angry. When that thief, the guy who's robbing them, had that blade up to Z's neck, and he saw blood coming out, That
And Goosey's.
look is the same look that he gave in Bejan when he saw the little girl being sold off. It's that same look that you're dead.
It's this look. Wait.
Exactly. Those eyes are just so piercing. It's a wonder if the guy just didn't drop dead from the look. But then, of course, he dispatches the guy very, very quickly. So it moves on. Now they've been discovered, and they're on the run. These guys are chasing them all over the place. They got to get out. They get to the air park, and they're on the motorcycle, and he says, all right, you take the plane off. Don't worry about me. I'll catch up. And he kind of dispatches the guys, you know, and then they get off on the plane and fly away. The scene that she's talking about is when she's handcuffed in this Jeep or this Range Rover, and he knocks the door out so they can go down, and they end up sliding on the door. And that's a typical Indiana Jones type
We loved
movie.
it.
We loved it. They're sliding down the hill, and all RAW and ISI agents come together, and they're all shooting, and then they just stop, and then they just kind of look at each other like, We're working together. And the movie
can happen.
Yeah, and the movie ends with the statement that, yeah, they're all over the world. They can't really locate them, but RAW and ISI are actually working together in order to find these guys. And it just left on such a positive note that they could actually work together rather than against each other. So I freaking loved this movie. I really did.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite all-time action action
movies.
Packed movies, not hero.
That was good.
But action-packed movies. It had everything. It even had the cinematography that I'm looking for. Both
places
in
from
Cuba,
all over the world. Yeah.
In Cuba, in India, and in Ireland, which I loved.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that. I thought the writing of the script was full.
Yeah, really good.
You know, very well developed characters.
Yeah, exactly.
You understood who each and every person was. There isn't even a plot twist with Goya, his friend.
Oh, Gobi.
Gobi. Where'd I get Goya?
I don't know.
Gobi. Sorry. Gobi. You know, we at first thought, Gobi has gone over to the other side too. But no, he hadn't. And that was kind of a plot that we kind of went, oh, well.
Yeah, but
that was kind of a cool twist on a twist.
Yeah, but it twisted again because Gobi shot him.
I know.
So,
and you know, and even the character who played Gobi, they cut back to his face after he shot his best friend, and you could see all the emotion going through him in just a matter of seconds. And boy, I tell you what, that's acting, and that's what it's about.
Yeah,
that's what movies are about. Is for actors to act, and for directors to direct, and for cinematographers to cinematography, and for sound people to do. You know, come on, good job.
Yep,
good job.
You listening, Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson?
Ooh. Whoa.
Watch this movie to see how a real movie is done.
Yeah. How to write a script.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, rating.
Rate 10. I enjoyed it that much. I really did.
Wow.
I enjoyed it. And I don't normally give an action, even though I really enjoy an action movie, I don't normally give an action movie a 10, because action movies are usually just full of action, and there's subplots and stuff here that really don't go anywhere. All of them went somewhere.
Yeah, and it had everything besides
even though I
action.
said at the beginning that the professor thing didn't really go anywhere, I stand corrected on that. I correct myself on it because it actually did, because I came up with, as we were talking, that they kind of let that one go because he was changing his life. So there you go. Don't even call me on that.
So my explanation didn't have anything to do with that?
No, not really. But it was a good explanation.
Yeah. I originally was going to give this a 9 because I realized I was comparing it, to modern day movies. Then it dawned on me that this was done in 2012. And considering the budget they had for this movie and the amount of entertainment you got from this movie, I'm going to have to go. I'm changing it to a 10 as well. And
I was thoroughly entertained and emotionally pulled in many ways.
And that 2 hours and 45 minutes went by like that.
Yeah.
And I love that we went on this journey with Tiger. Now, with that said, I cannot wait for Tigers in the High.
We are so excited.
Because I want to see how in the world Raw brings him back. Bring back Tiger and Z into helping them with this mission, because they can't catch him at this point. So how are they going to get him back? So I'm really interested in seeing that, and I want to see where they take this storyline,
yeah.
and also want to see where Tiger and Z, where their relationship goes after this.
Yeah, me too. I hope they don't break them up. They're so, oh my gosh, they're so cute.
So cute.
They are good together. There's a bit of an age difference, but
and
so cute.
Anyone who has not seen Ek the Tiger and who has not yet seen Tigers in the High, please watch Ek the Tiger.
Yeah, you've got to see it first.
But you've got to see this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so good, and I haven't had this much fun in a movie in a long time. The thing is we really started having fun with Bahubali and some of these others that we've been watching, but this just blew us out of the water. This was just fun.
We just had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Donathan.
And we are Craving Cinematics. Bye-bye.